Hey everybody, behind me I have my brand new, or new to me, DM690 SX. Definitely not brand new, it's from 1996. Actually, you would not think something with round headlights would be from 1996, but apparently Mack was still building them. And I guess Peterbilt too was, but we're not Pete guys here. Those are out of my price range and not cool for me. Anyways, this thing's pretty cool. I'll give you guys a walk around here. I bought it. It's got a roll-off truck body on it, so that's pretty cool too. It's a big tri-axle Mack. But anyways, let me put my camera down and I'll give you a walk around. Well, we're at the back of the truck now. We'll work back to the front. That seems easier to do it this way. So anyways, I don't have fenders on it right now. I'm working on it. I had aluminum fenders or stainless, and I'm polishing them up right now, so they're not on the old truck right now. But as you see, it's got a roll-off truck hoist on it. So this is for carrying dumpsters. I can do 20-foot, 22-foot dumpsters with this truck. It's kind of nice. It's longer than a typical one. And it's got a 54,000-pound rating hoist, so that's more than you'll ever be able to carry, really. But, you know, they're heavier duty. You won't wear stuff out as fast. And in case you do ever overload it, you don't really have to worry too much. Anyways, there's no hitch plate on it yet. I have plans to put a hitch plate on, try and get by it for a couple of years. It'd be pretty nice to pull a tag trailer with me. Otherwise, I'm looking at a flatbed for the back of it. You can put a flatbed on them, and you can haul equipment, or you can haul equipment in the dumpsters too, which works all right. Don't even have to chain them down, which is pretty sweet. But one of my favorite things about this truck is if you look from the back, you can see a little bit better. The cab is pushed all the way over that way. That's a DM and a U model Mack thing. They did that for, I was told, visibility and make the trucks a little bit shorter because they had to put the engine partway in the passenger side of the cab. So they have a doghouse in them, which is kind of interesting. I always thought that was one of the favorite things about these trucks, in my opinion. But a little bit of work I did to it. I rebuilt the cylinder inside here, which is huge. It was kind of interesting. I enjoyed doing it, but it was crazy getting it out. This pin in the back, since this really doesn't rotate or nothing, it's not greasable, which really isn't an issue. The only problem when it is an issue is when you try to take it out. You can't get it out because it's rusted in there so bad. I had to take a Sawzall on each end of the cylinder, cut it off. And then I know somebody or have a friend with a 150-ton press. And we maxed his press out. Trying to push the pin out. I wish I had it on the bench a little bit ago. But 150 tons maxed it out. So then we heated it up. And then we finally got it moving at around 70, 80 ton, I think is what it was. It was just crazy. It was insane how stuck that thing was in there. This front pin to the front was no problem, but so yeah, it was just pouring oil out on the ground, but I finally got it rebuilt. Wasn't horrible. And I put one new pusher tire on it, and I did front brakes and obviously my rattle can rebuild on the frame rails and on the hook. And yeah, so it wasn't too bad. I built a new bracket for these and other odds in it. Well, here I got the door open, and obviously this is the driver's side. Kind of some stuff I had to do in the cab here. I put a whole new floor on this side pretty much, and I do the throttle pedal and stuff. The aluminum, they kind of rusted off, or corroded off, I should say. But I built a new floor for it. My new motto is after the last dump truck I rebuilt too, I should maybe show you guys that too. But I rebuilt a single axle, and that also needed a floor. And like everything I buy seems to need a floor. So my new thing is if it needs a floor, that means I can afford it. And yeah. So as I built the floor, and I kind of built some new sill plates and whatnot, and everything. It was crazy how dirty this thing was. I don't think it had been cleaned in about the last 10 years of its life. I mean, everything was just coated with like a solid film of grease and dirt and whatnot. And the steering wheel just had it was just crazy how rough this thing was. And like this tower was just all grease, which I don't get because it's air. I mean, these are air valves. They're not even nothing like that, but it's weird. But anyway, this is what kind of weird part about these DM cabs being offset. This is the doghouse I was talking about. You really don't have a whole lot of passenger room spot because your engine's partway in the cab to save space. But it's interesting. I mean, I don't really think you see that much more out of this mirror than you would with any other semi that I've driven. But maybe I've never driven an R model too, so I'm not sure what those things are like. Still, I mean, it's a tight cab. I mean, I think my pickup truck has a bigger cab than this thing. So that's kind of cool, but it's got 37,000 hours to 37,500 hours. And it says 181,000 miles, but I'm pretty sure it's 1.1. And, you know, it's not horrible. It could be worse. It's got a nicer seat in it now than it did from factory. And it had air conditioning, but it's all unhooked. No compressor in it anymore, which is unfortunate. But maybe we'll fix that one over the summer. So under the hood, we have a Mack EM7 300 horse. The M in EM7 is Maxidine, so this has a low torque curve on it. And I believe they had more torque than a typical E7 300. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on that too. But runs great. You would not think this thing has 38,000 hours. So either that thing's been rebuilt, or I believe it's from another truck, because the truck has air conditioning, or had air conditioning, but there's no compressor on it anymore. So I'm thinking that the motor is swapped out and the compressor is never put on, which I don't totally understand, but worse things to complain about. But it has a 10-speed behind it, another Mack 10-speed transmission. This is an all-Mack drivetrain in this truck. Mack rear ends, 38,000-pound rears. The only thing not Mack in this, I believe, is the front axle is like a Meteor. I believe is how you pronounce that, or Meteor. But I don't think that prevents me having the gold Bulldog, but I'm just wondering if the truck never got it, since it was more of their cheaper truck. It wasn't like a Superliner or a nicer R model. But anyways, yeah, so that's kind of interesting. It works great. The thing runs awesome. It doesn't smoke at all. It just runs beautifully. So I couldn't complain about the thing at all. I haven't put a load behind it, but 300 horsepower is not a lot. I mean, semis today have 600 horsepower straight from the factory. So, yeah, we'll see how this pulls the load. I've only ever had a skid loader on the back, so we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I'll drop the hood here down, and yeah, I'll just give you a final look. Well, there's a quick look at the thing. I'm hoping later this year, go to a little bit more shows with it. Be kind of fun, put a flatbed on it and haul my John Deere or the Ford 8N or whatnot with it. Eventually, I have a hitch plate, and I have a trailer that have access to. I can probably try and either rent it or steal it on the weekends. And we'll be going to shows with even the road grader, shows that are farther away, I should say. But anyways, I hope you guys like the thing. I kind of like it. It's not too bad of a truck. It seems to do all right. I made it look a little nice. I got some Mack letters back on it. I'm not sure if they're totally straight, but good enough for who it's for, as I like to say. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll try to make some more videos here coming up soon and do a couple other things. I know I'm working on my John Deere here soon, so I think you guys might enjoy doing a little bit on that thing. Got some 3-point work to do. Anyways, till the next video, I'll see you guys later.